So, hi guys, we are back with the 20 days of Power BI from zero to hero, and this is the third day I am with you. So, the thing is that we will be using some advanced filter options and some as advanced filtering for data analysis and all that. So, before we move, I shall say you that just you can go on the previous videos. There is a playlist Power BI in the EcoVision Academy YouTube channel, so you can go through those videos because we started from very beginning and from scratch. So these core 20 days will be from beginner to advanced. Okay, so we have already used filter option and all that option, but we will be using advanced filter option that is available in Power BI by default, and it is done in very easy way, and it takes a very less minutes, or it takes less than a minute, or it takes basically some seconds to cover it. So we will just go with the advanced filter option, and let me first get the data from Excel workbook. So the data was named as sales data workbook, and after clicking on sales data workbook, it will take some time, as you have seen that it takes some time to load, or it takes some time to load for loading the data. So after that we have sales quarter 1, sales quarter 2, sales quarter 3, sales quarter 4. These are the four sheets which are available in my Excel workbook. But if you want to work with all the four sheets, then you click the checkbox on all the checkboxes. But if I want to work with a particular worksheet, that is if I want to work with sales quarter 2, so I will just click on this checkbox and I will click on load. Okay, so let me load my data set. It will take hardly 1 minute to load the dataset, and it is basically loading. As you can see, a screen like this will appear when the data gets load. So I think okay, there are 10 rows in the dataset, and the 10 rows are being imported. So my data from the Excel workbook is being imported in the Power BI query box. Okay, so now I will work with this data, and we will be using sorting and filtering. Okay, sorting will take less than a minute, because sorting is a very easy option, and sorting is a very easy field to move with. But filtering and advanced filtering in Power BI, that will take a small time to understand, and that's very interesting, and that is very helpful for analysis of data. Okay, so let me first click on this transform data tab. As I've already said, that first click on this transform data tab, because if you click on this transform data tab, this window will open and you can transform your data, or we can work with this data, we can analyze with this data. Okay, so the first thing is that you can see there are order ID, order date, customer name, product name, category, quantity, and there are many other rows. We have already completed the choose columns and remove columns in the first video. Then in the first day, then keep rows and remove rows in the second day. Okay, and we have done a little bit of filtering and all that in the first and second day both, but we will be doing advanced filtering in Power BI. Okay, so now the thing is that first let us complete the sorting option. Sorting basically means, you know, that it is basically of two types: ascending or descending. Okay, so if I want to particularly sort this column, okay, suppose this column, in this column the order ID is from 101 to 102, 103, 104, 105. So from 1 it is starting and it is ending up to 10. So the number is increasing, 101 to 102, 102 to 103, and the number is increasing like that. So as you can see, this is basically in ascending order from smallest to the largest. So if I want to change it, okay, if I want to change it, I want to do it in the descending order, means largest to the smallest. So you can see there is a option here, sort. There is a option here, sort. And in this option, basically after click in this option, there are two things. One is from A Z down arrow, and one is from ZA down arrow. So A to Z down arrow basically means, you can see AZ down arrow means from A to Z. A to Z means, if it is in case of numbers, it will be in ascending, that is from smallest to largest. If it is in case of alphabets, then it will be like A B C D E F G, like that, in that format. So if it is in date format, then what will happen? Date format, then from smallest date means previous date, to the end date, means from January, February, March, April, May, June. So A to Z basically means in ascending order, from smallest to largest in case of numbers, for A to Z in case of alphabets, and from the starting date to the end date in case of dates, okay, in case of date time format. Now let us check what it basically does. And there is another option, that is Z2A. Z2A means in descending order. So from Z, Y, X, like that, in descending order in case of alphabets. From if I consider this column, 110 will appear first, 109 will then come. So in case of largest to smallest, in case of numbers, largest to smallest, and in basically in case of dates, from the end date to the starting date, end date to the starting date. Suppose for a particular year, January to December, if you click on the Z2A, then it will become like from December, then November, then October will come, then September will come, then August will come. So in case of dates, it will look from the end date to the starting date. And in case of alphabets, it will start from Z to A, means it will be in descending order. And in case of numbers, it is very easy from largest to smallest. Okay, let's try by an example. So if I go to this order ID, if I click on this order ID, you can see if I click on this order ID, then the highest number is 110 and the smallest number is 101. So it is already in ascending order. So it is already in A to Z format, means from smallest to largest, 101, 102, 103, 14, 104, 105, like that up to 110. So it is basically up to 101 to 110. So that is means it basically means that it is already in ascending order, that is from smallest to largest. But if I want to change the format, if I want to change the data format, I want to look the data at previous, I want to look the data in by descending order in case of order date, by descending order in case of order date. That means 110 will come first, 109 will come second, 108 will come third, 107 will come fourth, like that, if I want in descending order. So I will just select this order ID column and I will go to the sort and I will click on the Z2A. Okay, there you can see that if I just place the cursor here, it is writing sort highest to lowest, means 110 will come first, that is the highest number, 109 will come second, that is the second highest number, and and this will follow up and it will end at 101. So I just click on this sort descending. You can see after clicking on this sort descending, the order ID, the whole data changed in case of order ID, and the order ID 10110 came first, 109 came second, and in this case already all the order ID is being in descending order, that is in from highest to the lowest. Okay, so suppose I have applied this in case of order ID. Okay, let me just view the original actual data. So I have already told there is no undo option or control Z option in Power BI. What you have to do, you have to go to this applied stage option, and you have done sorted rows, you have to cross on this and you can get or back your original data. Now what you have to do is basically, if I want for case of order date, okay, I want to sort in case of order date. You can see 5 1 2025, 8 1 2025, 10 1 2025. That means 5 8 10 12 15 18 20 22 25 28. So the date is in also ascending order, means 5 8 10 12, as it is going the dates are increasing, or I am coming from particular 5 to I am going to a particular 28. So the date is also in A to Z format. Okay, so if I also want to change this date format, if I want it for the 28 will come first, then 25 will come second, 22 will come third. If I want to sort it, if I want to change the pattern, if I want to get the highest, or I cannot say highest date because date have no high or low thing. If I want to get the end date first and want to get the starting date at last, so what I can do, I can basically sort it also. So I click on order date and I will go on the Z2A. I will simply click on that. You can see basically 28 1 25 came first, 25 1 25 came second, 22 1 25 came third, 21 25 came fourth, and as it happens, as it follows, 5 1 25 came last. So if you see your original or actual data, in that case 5, it was starting from 5 and ending at 28. When I just sorted, when I have just sorted the data from the Z to A, that is from highest to lowest, then 28, the date number 28 is appearing at the first, okay, in the first row, and date number 50 is appearing in the last row. So what is basic, the basic thing is that when you are sorting, you have two options, either ascending or descending. Remember, if you want ascending, then you just again select this order date and click on this A to Z. We are ascending, sorting ascending, okay. If I click on sorting ascending, then it will appear again like 5, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20, 22, 25, 28. So it will again appear in ascending format. And if you want descending, remember this Z to A, okay, this Z to A, okay, fine. So this is basically what ascending sorting is basically done, how sorting is basically done. There is no other thing rather than sorting, no other thing rather than sorting in this era. Because suppose if you have a data set, you want to sort from, suppose you have a list of names, okay. So if you have a list of names, we have a name like Amit, then we have a name like Bikram, then we have a name like something with starting with C, something with D. And when you want to sort the names in our class roll numbers, when we used to sort the names, that first A will come, then B will come, then C will come. If we want to sort the date in a large data set, we can basically select that column and go to A to Z or Z to A, okay. So this is the thing we do with sorting. Okay, so in the next video I will come up with the advanced filtering option, okay. I just give you a small hint that in case of this, already you guys know that filtering is basically like this. If we click on this, I have already told in the previous videos that filtering in what we do in Excel, if I click on this, you have a list of names. And if you want for a particular, suppose I want for the product, I want for the product, I first cut this, okay. If I want for the product salt, okay, I select all, I want for the product biscuits, I click on okay. So there is one product of biscuit, so it is being filtered, okay. I click on the cross button and all the actual data set again appears. The thing is that this is very basic filtering, but we will come up with something like advanced filtering. Advanced filtering in case, like if you see, you have this number filters, equal, does not equal, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, between. If you have this order date, then you have date filters, equal, before, after, between, in the next, in the previous, in the earliest, is latest. So you have a lot of filters, okay. And in customer name, text filters, if you have equals, does not equal, begins with, does not begins with. So I will show you each and everything, the number filters, as well as the date filters, as well as the text filters. So this is a very good thing and very unique thing and most powerful filtering option in Power BI, okay. So if you filter with this, if you have a large data set, it becomes very easy for your analysis. So let me just I have already given you a hint. I have already given you a glimpse of how we will go with the next video. So stay tuned for the next video and just join with advanced filtering options in